Okay, we're back. I've got 2 new queens from Honey and Bee Co. Drove this morning and got those. It was bee package pickup day, so it was bananas there, but it was also queen pickup day. So we're going to install queens. I'm going to put on a feeder. In the interest of getting the queens in quickly, I'll come back and put the feed on later, but I'm going to go ahead and get the feeder installed so that I can... These girls were hot yesterday after I got back. I didn't get into them, but I walked by them like 15 feet away. Took a sting to the middle of the nose, like the tip of the nose, which will make you cry a lot. So that hurt. Did not like that. So we're gonna smoke these gals down a little bit because I want to be able to. Basically, I think they're gonna be angry. Just because they're queenless, so they're angry currently. There's no mama. They're trying to figure out what's going on. They've been queenless right at 24 hours, maybe just shy of that. Still so many big bees, it's ridiculous. So super pumped. The package or the hive, the nuke and the hive I split from this also mega ton of bees. So everything's in order for them to do well, obviously except the beekeeper. So we'll see. They say not to sit your thing down and put it between your legs, but that sounds dumb. So here I'll be taking that queen excluder out too. I forgot about that, because that was before. Actually, why did I take that? Now I have to think about what I'm doing. Why did I put that in there? Anyway, maybe I just didn't take it off after I did the dump them all into the bottom box thing. Yeah, that's probably what I did. Yeah, I assume, because there's no reason for me to have left it on. Yeah, they're not happy with me being here at all. So it's funny, I sat the queens down over there, and within seconds, oh, we got a fire shoot down here. That's not good. There we go. Within seconds, there were bees checking them out. So probably bees from this hive and the other hive. So let me go ahead and grab a frame rest. I'm just gonna pull a frame out. And enough to squeeze her down in there. Looks like there's a little better gap there than other spots. So let's go ahead and, for once, I'm not worried about killing the queen because there's not one in there. Let's see. Yeah, let's just do this instead. Pull this frame out. I'm using the little one I got at Nobby, which is kind of a combination of the two. I don't think this is the technically Kent Williams one because his is tapered more, but yeah, same idea. You can use whichever one you like, so I like that idea because I think I'll start doing that going forward. So yeah, so these frames don't have any brood on them because I took all the brood away, but yeah, so let's get a queen. These are from, again, Honey and Bee Co. I think I asked Paula, I think is her name. They're at Honey and Bee Co. They were the same ones as last year. She says yes. And oh shit. Well, I screwed that up, didn't I? That isn't going to work. Just, well, now I'm here in the middle of good things about screwdrivers. So I was going to, well, they are lighting me up. So ideally, I want it down a little bit. Maybe if I screw it in here. I've got to get the cork out anyway. There's a couple protectors that are hot. Everybody else is relatively okay. A couple protectors are hot though. They were shit. Awesome. Never gonna find that again. What did I do with the other one? Well, piss. All right. So if we can find some comb, we can just stick it to that, because I've done that in the past. Let me get the cork out of the bottom though, or none of that'll matter. Damn it. Should have done this one before I got in the hive, but here we are. Not doing it before I got in the hive. Oh, I hit sugar, so that's a good sign. Come on, cork. There we go. Cork gone. Oh, you blow on them. That was a good idea. Alright, let's pull a frame or two over. Set my tool down, of course. See if I can find enough comb to get her stuck into. I've done that before. It works okay. So, want that down. And then we'll just slide that in there. Press that. Ah, shit, that isn't going to work, is it? Oh, wait, maybe it will. Get out of the way or I'm going to smash you. Like that's... Alright, it's sandwiched in between there. Bruh. Actually, it doesn't really matter what frame goes where, because these are all newish. Alright, so she's facing... Candy's down. Facing... left or right, I don't know which. That doesn't really matter. Probably right. Now let's squeeze these frames back together. Put the... center this up a bit more. The danger of that is that there's nothing there truly holding it, but it's compressed between those two. It should be fine. Famous last words. It should be fine. Alright, let's get beetle traps back in there and get out of these girls' way so that they are less likely to kill me. It's not zero, but it's less likely. Alright, queen's installed. Traps in. I was going to put the entrance inducer on. I don't think I'm going to. They're ripping pretty good. Don't really need that. Man. All those bees up here should go down and find mama. Again, all this assumes that I actually got mama out of here yesterday, but surely I did after shaking them all into there. It's not 100% guaranteed, but I couldn't find her. Kate and I couldn't find her after looking through 30 frames, so I mean, trying to look through 30 frames twice comes a point of diminishing return pretty quickly. Stick that one over there. Let's compress these a little bit. Try to get these centered better, but propolis is preventing that from being perfect. There we go. Alright, trap in, queen in, feeder on. I'll pour that in there later because I need to get the other queen installed, and that's more important. And yeah, actually, bump these gals off here. Yeah, that didn't work at all. So we're gonna bump you. Son of a bitch. These girls don't want to leave. Ah, piss. Trying to save 5 bees, I'll kill 20. And piss off a lot more than that. Alright. Alright. Forgot to get the ones on the inner cover as well. Yeah, a couple daddies. Alright. One little shit won't give up. Still won't give up. Get off. Alright. So now, feeder on the angry bees. I mean, they're going to have a queen and a ton of food here today, so that should make them much happier. All right, top one. Again, I'll come back. I just don't want... That's weird. Why is that sitting? Oh, that must have been sitting high. Something's cattywampus. Is that centerpiece set that high? Or is there a bird comb there? What's going on? And kind of sits just top, very tip-tippy. So, well, the weight on the top will fix that problem. Let's put that back on. All right, one queen installed. Now I know to pull those screws out and just smash it in because my original plan didn't work. Brr. All right, GoPro, stop recording. All right, we're back. It doesn't look right. Is it pointing in the right direction? Okay. All right. So, back here. Same process, though I had this super on that I should have taken off yesterday and didn't. I'm not sure why, because I didn't. So today, that will need to come off, which means I got to shake those bees out, which is going to suck. Then I got to figure out what I'm going to do with those frames. They shouldn't have a ton on them because only a couple of the frames are basically bait frames for... Shake those out now, so I don't have to do it later. We're bait frames for... so yeah, this I'll stick these back in the freezer and call it good. Yeah, let's see what I'll do that in a minute though, because there's no point in. There's not a ton of bees on there, but I'm gonna have to shake them off. So peel this off. I don't need it. Peel this off. Definitely don't need it. Yesterday, I had a cool idea to twist to keep that from popping, and man, that works really well. So that'll be new strategy going forward. Twist the queen excluder instead of, well, doing anything else. Oh, these girls are gonna be hot, I can tell. I mean, they don't have a queen. I know these don't have a queen. This is one where Kate and I found the queen based on this last frame up top. So they're going to be not my friend. So we'll smoke them pretty heavily. Again, this hive looks so freaking packed. It's like, well, they still might swarm. Just bananas. I would be so annoyed if... Actually, what am I doing? I don't need to take anything out of here. I'd be so annoyed if this thing swarms after I buy a new queen, because I didn't take enough out. But they've got fully undeveloped frames basically on the bottom here, but still somehow a fuck ton of bees. That's the problem, is that it's not gonna stick in there, is it? Piss. How am I gonna do that? How am I gonna do that? Frame rest is somewhere over here, because I gotta think. Over there I had a little bit of wax to smash them into. Here I don't have that at all. Bruh. Alright, girls, just need some space. Just need a frame or two with a little bit of wax on it. Actually, you know, I might, well, I don't know if that'll work. So I can take some of the wax from yesterday. Yeah, these just don't have anything on them. What to do? I got frames in the freezer, but I don't want to do that. Oh, that one's got a little bit. They're already putting nectar there. And I'm just going to figure out a way to get that secured. Which is almost going to have to be some sort of bent nail in the top. Piss. Alright. Here's where thinking on the fly. As fast as I possibly can. Let's see. Let's go away. So if I may have to just come in the top. Yeah. You just have to screw in sideways in the top and then come in at an angle. It's the only real option I have. Because, oh, rubber gloves and screws go really well together. I gotta make sure I don't screw it in and kill the fucking queen. How awful would that be? How'd you kill your queen? I put a screw through her head. I have a feeling it, I was going to say I have a feeling it might be the first, but probably not. Should have thought about this and had a frame of drawing form, because I got some in the basement. Shit. Just need enough to create a wedge. Move, lady. I don't want to kill you. Oh, shit, I'm popping the whole damn thing open now. Don't want to do that. Alright, let's see how well that fits down in there. Oh, that'll work. Yeah, that'll work. Look at me. On the fly. It's not gonna. Please don't fall down in there. Oh, that one screw's not gonna cooperate. Well, might not matter. If I can get these gals in here and squeeze it, might not matter. Good thing is this box is a little bulky, which means there's actually room there for those two frames to be far apart from each other. You know, I think that's gonna be good. Let me see if I can screw that just a smidge more. Oh no! Don't do that, Doug. Damn it. I had it right. I was trying to fuck it up. Okay, try that again. Without all this, without the stupidity that is sliding the entire hive around. Yeah. All right. See if I can get that. Turn it. Not really. Son of a bitch. Pull this frame out to give myself some room. Yeah, there's no weight in this box. I'm just slinging it around. Alright, gals, I need you to hang out there for a second, because I set my frame rest down somewhere. They are not my friend right now. Okay, see, I got you a new mama. New mama? New mama? Yes, new mama. Mamacita. Okay. Alright. I'm just not going to... We're just going to leave it at that, because I am going to cause more carnage than good the more I do. So, alright. That'll probably hold. Famous last words. On that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play? Alright. Traps back in. That one's still good. The other one is fucking gross. So, actually should help squeeze the frames together too. Look out, dummy. Alright, that's done. Do I have an extra trap somewhere? Yeah. There's one that I probably forgot to put it back in there yesterday, so we'll put that up top. So, set these gals back on. Then we'll go find new mama. Hopefully. I'm wondering. Well, I gotta feed them though. Can't do that with that on. So, no. I mean, I'll have to feed them, but I'm going to feed them because I want to make sure they have the best chance of success. So let's just shake these girls off, unfortunately. The irony is that there's food on here. Now, I'd have to go get the other feeder, which I don't have. And then I got to feed into a box that I don't want to feed into because it's a drawing. Of course, I need another box to set these in. Bruh. Don't set it where it's on top of my feeder, that would be dumb. But here, Switch sides. Put it over here. Oh. Alright, girls, I'm trying to make this as quick as possible for both our sakes. And a couple of these need to go back into the freezer. What I'll do is I'll stick these back in the freezer and then mark those couple that were the bait ones so that I know not to pull from them. You're roaring. All right, gals. We're just gonna set you there and you'll find your way home eventually. Or you won't, I don't care. Get off, gotta put the feeder on. Alright. So, alright. Trap. Do that trap. That'll work. Stick it on the other side since I already have one on this side. They are screaming. Yeah, definitely glad I didn't put the entrance reducer on there. Probably gonna be fanning like mad just from the chaos. Alright, move. Thank you. Alright. And then the top. So, which I'll take off here in 5 seconds after I get the feed. But I'm gonna wrap that up. Alright. That's it. We now have 4 hives with queens. I assume, I hope. And 2 at John's. So we are increasing, but not greatly. All right, GoPro, stop recording.